Welcome to another episode of Universal Gaming. I'm your host, Paula Brandt. Today we're going to have some Fortnite gameplay again, because it's very popular. Minecraft Dungeons for a little bit. Then we've got D&D Storytime episode 12, where I'm going to speed run, go through a bunch of Forgotten Realms stuff. I know I haven't done Forgotten Realms in a while, but we're going to try to continue and try to finish up all my DM notes. So speed run, episode 12. And then we've got Book of the Month and the events calendar for Northeast Indiana. If you have an event you'd like us to cover, or if you want some help meeting people, email me at brandp23@yahoo.com. We do meet at a local game store once a month playing board games. We can help set you up on social media to meet people, play games. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to another D&D story time. I believe this is episode 12. This is a Forgotten Realms campaign. I know I haven't aired this in a while, so let's go over a little recap of what happened last time. Last time, Ivor the Drow Rogue turned lawful good after admitting to a priest at a temple of Mystra that he was a murderer because someone in the party cast on the truth. Lauren got resurrected after touching a phylactery in one of my dungeons. Token the druid was studying portals. Now, I'm going to try to speedrun this because we all know my notes are terrible, and this was the Forgotten Realms campaign where most of the fun is in my head, not in my notes. So we're going to try it in 3, 2, 1, go! 7/29/2007. Lauren trained for 4 weeks. His name was cleared. Trenton Malik. Okay, I guess they fought 13 fighters and 12 wizards. Okay. And the Sky Mage. And hippopotamuses. Why were they fighting hippopotamuses? Okay, so they got experience. I have here that Chris joined the party, and I'm just letting you know Chris is not going to be in the party anymore in these notes because sometimes a group of people that are playing together for a long time don't need a new person to play. So he realized that and decided to not come back, which is fine. That happens sometimes. You join a group and you realize it's not for you, you leave. All right. So we have Steve C was playing Jasper, he's 12th level. Jack's playing Id, he's 12th level. Jamie's playing Zara at 12th level. Burke is playing Token at 14th level. Danny's playing Xander at 12th level. Cliff is playing Lauren at 12th level. M is playing Ivor at 13th level. And Bender is playing Ray at 14th level. Moving on, 8/5/2007. Party went past Sememnon. Jack's character Id met him. Party came across a rift, and Trent took the party to a glade of a druid. There's a battle. I don't know with what. There's a concordant killer. Okay, concordant killers are very evil, high-level demons. And I believe he was after Ivor for some reason. I wonder why. Okay, so Ivor's 14th level, Burke's 14th level, Jack's 12th, Jamie's 13, Steve C 12, Siege 12, Bender 14, Dan 12, Cliff 12. Okay, and Tarsaka 11/13/72. Ivor's at the Mr. Temple, and the party's at the Blackheart Villa in Waterdeep. Blackheart Villa is Ivor's villa in Waterdeep. I guess there's a lot of stuff that I can't mention on a children's video. So 9/16/2007, we have Burke, Cliff, Ivor, Norman, and the Golden Protector works for us. None of this stuff makes sense. General replaces a table. Catapult, 60 men. Ivor had a cohort named Lucifer, so anytime I mention Lucifer, that is the name of his cohort. They went to the Serpent Hills. They realized that they needed more troops in the Serpent Hills. I have experience and levels of characters. 10/7/2007. It is Myrtle 23. It is currently the morning. 2 days, and something happens on my Dungeon Master notes. Something's going to happen in 2 days. Okay, so Ray sent word to the guilds in Nebraska. Get there in so many days. Tell Gary that Greg said 200 men of several levels needs to go. They were starting to do the Anorak adventure book by Wizards of the Coast. I'll put the information on that book on the screen and in the credits. They started to do that adventure. I don't believe they ever finished it. They eventually gained a bunch of troops from different countries to meet them in Anorak, and then they were going to go on a little side adventure while the armies were distracting most of the enemies. The shades, the shadow creatures, undead creatures, or whatever it is. So basically, the group started to do the Anorak adventure by Wizards of the Coast, and they went back to Waterdeep to recoup, sell things, buy things, and Ivor finds that his cohort Lucifer is missing, and finds Lucifer's journal. 25 shades attacked Waterdeep by air about a week ago. Lucifer knew he had to tell Ivor, but he was stressed at how to do so. Ivor and Elminster talked in Lucifer's office. Elminster came. to Ivor's villa to talk to him. Elminster is like the highest epic level NPC wizard in all of Faerun. He came to talk to Ivor. And the orbs that he was keeping may be gone and they may be safe, but he needs help in Shadowdale. And then Lucifer must have showed up, because my notes start off seeming like it's the Journal of Lucifer, but then they start talking about Lucifer talking to Ivor and stuff. So Lucifer wanted to see the look on Ivor's face when he told him about Carter. Carter's a player character that stopped coming after a while, and he was a mercenary. Lucifer told Arter about Carter being here 3 days ago, and he threatened that demonic celestials will return. And Lucifer is afraid of Darcel, the Red Wizard, that's been hanging out, the NPC hanging out with the party that hired them to find the dragon orbs when they were in Thay at the very beginning of the campaign. And Lucifer stayed outside while Ivor talked to Darcel, and I guess Darcel gave his spiel about how magic is failing. There's shades in Shadowdale and Anarok. They need to go back and fix everything. And he could send an emissary to Thay, but that's going to take 12 days. And he could send some armies out there because they're the country right next to Anarok, I guess. And in the meantime, Darcel tells Ivor about the Dark Brotherhood, which is a organization in my homebrew world that takes over, that goes portal hopping to different worlds and taking over worlds, kind of like bad guys in movies and Star Trek and stuff like that. They'll go to different dimensions and take over planets and stuff. And so Darcel's really worried about that, and Elminster's really worried about magic failing and all this stuff, because 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons was coming out, and they introduced this dead magic areas again in the Dungeons and Dragons universe. And so this is where this is kind of leading to from 3rd edition. And then I've got all these notes about how they talked to Mert the Moneylender and all the nobles in Waterdeep about all this stuff, and how there's Kelvin and all this stuff is going on. Then we hop to 6/1/2008, and they fought some golems, a beholder. I believe they're back in the Anarok adventure again. There we go. Then we keep going. There's some traps. They fought a beholder several times, I guess. That group of people were very good at defeating my monsters, I tell you. Then on 7/5/2008, they went to Taggart's Tavern. Taggart was a character, player character that made a tavern in Waterdeep. Anyway, there was rounds for everyone. And we move on. They fought Orbrace and Tomb Tappers, and they had treasure and more treasure. And I guess we ran out of time. I'm going to stop on, okay, Darcel looked up some information on Zara's mom, who is currently in the Tharks of Thay. So they decide to go to the Tharks of Thay themselves instead of waiting for Darcel to get a message there, and try to get some contacts and some cohorts and followers and a legion of army to help them in Anarok. So we leave off. Next time will be on 9/7/2008, where they continue their adventure in Anarok. Our book of the month is Arms and Armor by Bastion Press. It is a weapons and armor book with alternative types of things for 3rd edition Dungeons and Dragons. Some of the things you can find in here are class-specific weapons and armor. Just opening to a random page. Owl's Armor. This suit of armor or shield is decorated with the emblem of a large horned owl. When worn, it grants an enchantment bonus to the owner's wisdom score. Then the wearer of the Phoenix armor dies. Its armor bursts into flames, instantly resurrecting him. That's pretty neat. Let's see. One thing I've used before in my campaign, though, is the Silver Steeds of Anariel. They are automaton horses with 6 legs. They're like robot horses. They're really nice. They don't, well, I mean, they don't have a lot of hit points, but they're really nice metal horses. Anyway, this has been our book of the month, Arms and Armor by Bastion Press for 3rd edition Dungeons and Dragons. Check it out.
Thanks again for watching Universal Gaming. Check us out next month for more Fortnite, more D&D story time. And if you have any events you'd like us to cover, email me at brantp23@yahoo.com. We can help you on social media to meet people play games. Just email me. I hope your dice roll 20s, and we'll see you next time.